Welcome to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, and today we're back with more film reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing another movie from the Conjuring universe, The Nun 2, which is out right now. As always, I give you a brief synopsis. So without further ado, here we go. In 1956 France, a priest is violently murdered, and Sister Irene begins to investigate. She once again comes face to face with the powerful evil Valak. And this, man. Whew, okay. So let me tell you a quick story. Story time with JDW. If you watch AEW, you understand that reference. Okay, so story time. The minute I left the theater, employees of the Regal Theater that I went to, they asked me, "Is it better than the first one?" Because they obviously haven't seen it yet. So I will say this: Is it better than the Nun? Yes, it is, but not by much. And unfortunately, the Nun is suffering from what I call form same old same. And what's happening with the Nun and a lot of these movies from the Conjuring series, the Conjuring has become the MCU of horror. And that's not a knock at MCU. So Marvel fanboys, relax. DC fanboys, relax. This is not a Marvel DC beef. This is not a Marvel rant. What I mean by this is that Marvel has a particular formula that they use for their films. The Conjuring has a formula as well, and their formula is jump scares. Jump scares with no sound, and with jump scares with no sound, creepy noise, and then a jump scare happens. This film is basically goes like this: exposition, couple of scenes, creepy corridor, or someone's by themselves, things move, or you hear a creepy sound, jump scare. Repeat, rinse, and repeat. That is the Nun 2. That's what's been happening for a while now with the Conjuring franchise. There is nothing new under the sun if you are a veteran of this franchise. There's nothing new under the sun if you are a horror fan. If you are a seasoned horror watcher or a veteran at this stuff and you're used to all these paranormal films, this doesn't offer anything new to you. I will have to say, though, that the story is a bit of an improvement. We do get a little bit more backstory on Sister Irene. We do get to see some callbacks from people from the Conjuring 1. Excuse me, not from the Conjuring 1, from the Nun 1. I do like the kid cast here. I thought the kids in this movie did a really good job. They did a really great job of showing fear, and the girl who plays Sophie does a wonderful job. She does a really good job of playing Sophie. Her name is Caitlin Rose Downey. She stole the show to me. She was a brilliant actress in this film. We also have Storm Reed, who is also playing a nun in this, who accompanies Sister Irene. Unfortunately, I felt that her character was completely pointless. There was literally no reason for her to be there. She kind of felt shoehorned in this just to have Sister Irene have a supporting cast with her as she's going against Valak. Otherwise, you can write her off. You can literally take her character out, and you won't see a difference in the movie. You really won't. There's no reason for her to really be there. And you can put her with any other generic character, and the movie will still play the same. Even her backstory for me it just didn't work for me. And Stormy is a great actress. It's just that in this particular film, it just didn't work for me. Another issue I have with this film, and this is no fault of the actors. The acting was great. The acting is the reason why I was so engaged or kept engaged with it. Horror movies have to stop doing this, and The Conjuring is the biggest, I think, one of the biggest culprits of this. I understand you have to market your movie. You have to stop putting your scares in the freaking trailer. Because of this, and because I've seen the trailer, and keep in mind, I tried to avoid the trailer and on the internet. It's hard to do that sometimes because sometimes you have YouTube ads that are unskippable, so you're literally watching the damn trailer. So they put the majority of their scares in the trailer, or at least the main ones that you're going to know about. The problem with this is that it kills all tension, it kills all suspense because you know exactly what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen when it comes to certain scenes because you've seen the scares in the freaking trailer. It is annoying. And as someone who watches horror all the time, this trope of I had to sell the movie, but let me show you a couple of scares to tease you with it. I suggest for studios, directors, writers, and everything else. I know it might be a little bit crazy with the budget to do this, but I think you should start filming two scenes. Scenes that you're going to just use strictly for the trailer to sell your film, or do an alternative version of that same buildup. That way the audience doesn't know that this lady's about to grab her in the damn movie. You gotta stop putting these things out there. I understand you gotta sell the film, but when you're showing me all the legit scares or most of them, it kills all tension because I know exactly what's gonna happen. They have to stop doing that, and that's the problem with the Conjuring universe. You're giving away the scares, which is killing the tension from the audience. You're taking that experience, especially in horror. You can't do that. You're taking away that tension, that buildup that you're building up to in this film. But if I know exactly what's going to happen due to the damn trailer, it doesn't matter. I literally called the jump scares like, oh, there goes the hand. Up, there goes this. There goes this. The trailers and the scares have become the scares in the Conjuring and even in the Nun have become so formulaic. Exactly why I called it the MCU of horror. We know when the scares are going to happen. The film is predictable. There are also elements in this story to me that I felt that is just killing the original concept, and the spin-offs I really think killed the original concept of what the Conjuring was going to be about, and that was the story and cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren. It has gone to a loosely based off a true story, which was a little bit more grounded in reality of demon possessions. And regardless of whether you believe in God or you believe in demon possessions, the first two movies had at least a little bit more grounded take on it. Now it has gone to the point of where it's really that paint by numbers, generic exorcism type of films that we have seen time and time again, and it's just not fun to watch. So I would have to say, including when it comes to directing, I didn't have no problem with the cinematography. There's some really creepy shots in here, but the fact that you know what's coming, even if you didn't see the trailers, you can tell just because it's the same cues. The music stops, you hear a creepy noise, or the camera pans, or the lights flicker, and you're just waiting for the jump scare to happen. We have to get to a point in horror, and this is just me as a major horror fan. I want to get to the point where we can get horror again, where they don't have to rely so heavily on the doom or the doom or the jump scare. Let's get back to building that atmosphere. Let's get back to building that tension. If you are a fan of The Conjuring, if you're a fan of this universe, you're gonna go see an anime regardless of what I say. I will just suggest that if you're gonna go see the film, go on a matinee. Do not pay full price. Or if you have a Regal or AMC membership, then you're fine. Go see it anytime. But if you're gonna pay $20 to go with your friends, for the casual audience, this might scare you. For my seasonal horror fans who are seen it all, this doesn't offer anything new under the sun. In terms of story, it's a decent story. Some things is way too beyond belief, and there's characters in here that I felt were just shoehorned in just for the sake of having a companion, so she's not doing a mission on her own. Otherwise than that, does it tie up to the previous Conjuring films? Yeah and no, but is it done executed well? It's done decently enough. But I'm gonna give this three out of 5 stars. It's just That's pretty much it. Is it better than the first one? Yeah, but not by that much. It's a very formulaic film. It's something you've seen before. There's nothing new under the sun. And them going the whole more of going like the first one, you needed the actual blood of Christ. This one, you needed some type of amulet. It's just getting to the point where it's just like, okay, it's time to put this franchise to bed. It's overstayed its welcome at this point. It's coming to the point where it's too formulaic. This is just for filmatacosandgeeks.com. What did you think of The Nun 2? Comment below, let me know. And what do you think of the future of horror? What do you think of my thoughts of just like obviously trying to film two separate scenes? Like have scenes that's strictly for the trailer to, just market your film, and that keeps the audience in suspense because you really don't know what's gonna happen. So comment below, let me know, and thank you for all your support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you watch this on YouTube. If you're watching this from otakusandgeeks.com, browse our website. Peace, love, and happiness. The Conjuring franchise. I think after the last one, after the next movie, I think it's The Conjuring Last Right. I think after that, it's time to put this thing to bed. The Nun 2 gets 3 out of 5 stars. Catch you on the next one. Later days.